Se você gosta de basquete, provavelmente já ouviu falar de Damian Lillard, um dos melhores jogadores da NBA hoje em dia. O que você não sabe, talvez, é que antes de chegar à NBA, Damian Lillard teve que passar por muitos obstáculos e dificuldades na sua carreira universitária e no high school nos Estados Unidos. No vídeo de hoje, ele vai te mostrar alguns desses obstáculos e como ele conseguiu chegar ao sucesso e ser um dos melhores jogadores que o Portland Trail Blazers já teve. Espero que você aproveite esse vídeo e esse é o canal Fala Basquete. Você é muito bem-vindo.
On your mindset, your work ethic, and what you had to go through to be able to do what you are doing today. And a lot of people might look at us and say, "Oh, that shit it happened. Oh, they superstars. They're in the league. They're getting this much money. This and that. They have no complaints." But they don't really see, the quote unquote 10,000 hours of hard work that goes into where we at today. And for you took a longer route, right? You went to, high school, didn't really have that many schools on you, went to a small school, but you embraced that and you made that part of your motivation to what you are today. Yeah. So talk to those people about what that mindset was.
I mean, my mindset was always to prove people wrong. I think that's something that's common amongst people who feel like they're being overlooked. I feel like, going to 3 high schools, and my sophomore year, I went to a private school, St. Joe's, where Jason Kidd went. And when I got there, I'm like, this where Jason Kidd went. I'm about to come here. I'm going to be the next one after him. I got there. I ain't even play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even get on the court my sophomore year in high school. That was like, I had enough belief in myself and enough confidence in myself to where I was like, this can't be how it's supposed to go. But I think what it came down to is that that real belief that I had in myself and refusing to be denied. I didn't really listen to a whole lot of what people had to say that was negative. I just be like, nah, that ain't right. Like, I don't believe that. And I would also do everything in my power to give myself the best chance to succeed, like training and working out. And sometimes I work myself out. Sometimes I'll be going to Lake Merritt in Oakland, running, on my own and just doing everything that I could. And I felt like doing that, I was going to get some type of result. So, I mean, I got to my senior year in high school before I committed to Weber State. I got there and it was like the same shit all over again. I got to Weber and I thought I was doing something, getting a scholarship. And I'm like, I ain't even starting. Like, when I got on campus, I was like, damn, I ain't starting. I ain't at North Carolina. I'm at Weber. Like, so then that was like another thing where it was like, I gotta keep working. I gotta figure it out. And even then I was like, it ain't supposed to be like this. I'm telling myself this over and over and over. It ain't supposed to be like this. I'm supposed to be starting. I ain't supposed to be averaging 6 points. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just what was in me. And every time that I think about these, like when I had these flashbacks to them times, I would always go back to my upbringing. Like, the people that I was around, the mentality was just, they hammered it into me, bro. Like, my dad after games would just be like, man, these dudes ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a fact.
These dudes ain't nobody. I don't care who you playing against. You know what I'm saying? They probably scared. Or once I started, I started working with Phil Beckner, who I still train with to this day. He was like a grad assistant. We started working out and I started to just see them. I started to feel the results and I started to get better and then took off. And I got to the league. It was the same thing. Like, so
you were starting over. You were starting over at every level.
At every level. But my mentality was the same thing. This ain't nothing special. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my mentality. So I think for people like that come from a similar situation as me, as far as being overlooked or underappreciated or not having the resources or just lack of opportunity, what it comes down to is, that real belief that you have in yourself. Because everybody ain't gonna have like a bunch of AAU coaches hyping them up and want to see them make it because they want to be connected to them. Everybody ain't gonna have trainers that work with them and all that stuff, and big names and big schools and all that. But can't nobody take your confidence in yourself away. And when you're doing everything in your power to be the best version of yourself, you're gonna be confident because you know you putting it in. You know you doing everything to give yourself a chance. And I think that's what as a player, what I've been built on. So when something like the other night happened, I missed some free throws, I'm gonna be pissed off at myself, but it ain't gonna break me because the confidence is built in. I done been through it for years and years and years, and in worse situations. So I mean, that's what it takes.
Those moments happen. Those moments like that happen. I mean, we've all been through those moments. Not to say that we don't live in those moments afterwards. But we don't soak in those moments. We do. I mean, we human at the end of the day. But we also know that those moments right there is not who we are, because the work that we've already put in.
It's dollar. Look. That my cousin, like we bang blue. Homies in my circle, it's the same crew. Used to never win, now we can't lose. Cold game, don't let it change you. Watch the people you keep in your company. You can't come around if you ain't one of me. This is big dog status, I'm a big dog. And I put that on my mama. They say I'm outspoken, they be quiet, my mouth talking. I've been out in the field, like for real.